We begin tonight with continuing coverage of safety in UP schools. Superintendents in Marquette County are explaining the decisions they have to make when facing threats.
Now, this comes after Negaunee schools closed today in response to a threat. And TV6's Caden Minus looks at the consequences of making threats in schools and staff and students and how they respond.
As you can see, Negaunee High School's parking lot was completely empty this afternoon after the district decided to close today. Superintendent Dan Skew says some students were already on buses when he received a call this morning about a threat towards a school from a girl in Negaunee. With no additional information available at the time, he explains the decision was made to close.
Not knowing the credibility of today's threat and knowing that we hadn't quite started this school day, it made sense to cancel. And if we have to make up a day at the end of the year, that's not the end of the world. The alternative would be much worse.
The Negaunee Police Department says a 15-year-old girl posted a threat online. The girl was a student at a neighboring school district and claimed the threat was a joke. Other school districts like Marquette Area Public Schools did not close today. In a written statement, MAPS Superintendent Zach Sedgwick emphasized timing played a role in his decision. He said, by the time MAPS administration was notified, the source had already been identified and interviewed. Based on the police investigation, there was no viable threat to any MAPS students. Therefore, it was determined that MAPS would stay open today. The girl's father confirmed with police she did not have the means to carry out the threat. Sedgwick and Skew say threats of violence are never funny.
I understand that threats are not jokes. And if you're saying you're going to commit a violent act at school and then, in the end say you're joking, that it's not going to be taken as a joke, it's going to be taken seriously.
Making a threat to commit an act of violence against a school, staff, or students is a felony punishable by 10 years in prison and or $20,000 in fines.
The case was forwarded to the Marquette County Prosecutor's Office. Caden Minus, TV6 News, Marquette County.